Now we're going to talk about the Turkish words var and yok and how you can use them. Var in Turkish literally means it exists or they exist. There is or there are. So for example, if you want to say in Turkish, there is a cat, you can say kedi, Turkish word for cat, var. There is a cat, literally a cat exists, the cat exists. Var does not change between singular and plural. So if you want to say there are cats, you'll simply say kedi, add the plural suffix, kediler, cats, var. There are cats, or cats exist. Var cannot be negated with değil, the Turkish word for not. The way you can express the opposite of var, or in other words, something that there isn't or that does not exist, is the Turkish word yok, which literally means there is not, there are not, or there does not exist. So, for example, if you want to say there isn't a cat, you can say kedi yok. There isn't a cat. And again, yok does not change between singular and plural. So if you want to say there aren't any cats, you could say kediler, kedi in the plural, kediler yok. There are no cats. So var, there exists, or there is, or there are, and yok, there does not exist, there isn't, there aren't. Var and yok have another use though, beyond expressing there is or there is not. Turkish does not have a verb that is equivalent to the English verb to have. So when we want to say things in Turkish like I have a cat, we're actually, or I do not have a cat, we're actually going to use var and yok. Let's look at how this works. We'll start with the Turkish word for cat. I'm going to say I have a cat. Kedi. We have the option of including the personal pronoun in the genitive, benim, my. Don't have to, but we can. Benim. Kedim. Add the possessive suffix, first person singular in this case. Kedim. My cat. Var. Literally, my cat exists, or there is my cat. But what it means, and the way we'll translate it, is I have a cat. Kedim var. I have a cat, but literally my cat exists. You can do this with the second person and the third person as well. Let's see how this works. So, senin, kedi, we'll add the possessive suffix, so kedin, var. Literally, your cat exists, but we'll translate it as you have a cat. Kedin var. For third person, we can use onun, his, her, or its, or we can actually use a person's name in the genitive. So for example, Mehmedin, then kedi, then the possessive suffix in the third person singular, so kedi, si, his cat or Mehmet's cat, var. Literally, his or Mehmet's cat exists, but we'll translate it as he has a cat, or Mehmet has a cat. Moving on to the plural, I'm going to erase yok. Moving on to the plural, say bizim, our, kedi, cat. Bizim kedimiz var. Literally, our cat exists, but we'll translate it as we have a cat. Same story for the second person. So sizin, your, plural or formal. Kedi, niz, var. Your cat exists, but we're going to translate it as you have a cat. This is the most natural and most common way to say I have or you have, he has, she has, etc. in Turkish. Finally, for the third person, we're going to follow our usual rules for possessive, so we can say onların, or we can use names. Onların, their, kedisi. We have the option of saying onların kedileri with the same meaning. Var. Literally, their cat exists, but we'll translate it as they have a cat. For yok, we're going to do exactly the same thing. So let's say we want to say, I don't have a cat. Benim kedim, my cat, yok. My cat does not exist. But we'll translate it as, I don't have a cat. My cat does not exist. I don't have a cat. Benim kedim yok. Or simply kedim yok. For you don't have a cat, exactly the same story. Your cat does not exist. We'll translate it as, you don't have a cat. Kedin yok. Same story throughout. So for he does not or she does not have a cat, onun or Mehmedin, etc. Kedisi yok. Does not have a cat. He, she, it does not have a cat. For we don't have a cat, bizim kedimiz yok. For you don't have a cat, sizin kediniz yok. Literally, your cat does not exist, but translated, you do not have a cat. Finally, for they, if they don't have a cat, onların kedisi or onların kedileri yok. They don't have a cat.